Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics, and it's interesting because I've actually changed my views on this. They've evolved with time. I started my career as a performance direct response marketing guy. I didn't come from a marketing background. I actually come from an engineering background, so I was very data-driven, very math, measurement-driven. So I was big on attribution, and even if it was $1 out in, I need to know exactly what happened. Early customer are visible, full circle. Have implemented them across multiple organizations, but every now and then I'll get a question from somebody on LinkedIn or some marketing community about we're spending about 30K or less or 50K or less on media spend, and it's mostly going into Google AdWords or LinkedIn. And what multi-touch attribution tool or what attribution tool would you recommend? And generally, my opinion on that used to be to recommend a tool or figure out how to measure that. But now I think more and more I'm realizing that if you're spending that much money, especially on a single channel, you don't really need that attribution tool to understand what's working. For 90% of businesses at that scale, if you're under 100K, you can pretty much tell if Google search is working or not by looking at the data from your baseline to what is happening now when you turn on the campaigns, when you increase the budget, plus first touch through HubSpot or something like Marketo, whatever tool you use, even Google Analytics. It might be able to give you 90% of the picture, which is more than good enough. And that 10% doesn't really give you that much insights that you would expect. So for a business that is primarily spending money on LinkedIn and Google, you really have two channels, and it's very easy to tell which channel is working through a first touch basis. And it's not really, you don't need a complicated W-shaped weighted model to understand, 40% of your pipeline is driven by LinkedIn's influence or whatever.